Hi there, my name is Matt Cole, co-producer of the Sexperts podcast, along with my great friend Brian Garrity. Before I begin, I just want to give a huge thanks to our guest in this episode, Jordan Romero, aka JT Rome, aka JT Mouton. He is a great friend of the podcast, and unfortunately, he is actually moving away from Norfolk, Virginia to the Chicago area to make it big. We wish him all the luck, and we thank him for being a wonderful guest. Now, if you are unlike Jordan, and you are staying in the Hampton Roads area, then why don't you check out our very first Sexperts Live show at the Push Comedy Theater on March 22nd at 10 p.m. Tickets are $5, and I don't even know what the hell's going to happen, so just show up. Without further ado, everything you're about to hear is made up on the spot, so please enjoy this next sex episode of the Sexperts.
Turn on your computer, dial up the web, download some information into your head. It's Dr. John and Delilah, they're having a great time. Data to do, it's simply true, we're the Sexperts.
Recording and intro music, and hi there, welcome to The Sexperts. I'm your host, Dr. John T. Alanese, SCPM.
And I'm Delilah Haydair, webmaster for the LA Sparks WNBA team.
Yes, you are doing a great service to the country, my friend. Do you know what the T in my name stands for, by the way?
I just thought it was... No, I didn't know it stood for anything.
How long have we been friends?
Well, we met at a sexperting conference in 1987.
And we had that big falling out for
30
about 3 years.
So 32 minus 3 is... carry the 1, 29. 29 years.
We're almost celebrating
29 years of one-stop friendship.
Oh, God. And we are the friends, and we are the Sexperts as well. We're coming to you live every week with a different controversial sex topic.
You think it'd be fair to say we're America's foremost sexperts?
I would, unless you count Bob Saget of the Full House. Is he on Fuller House as well?
Yes.
And
actually, I don't know.
We're coming to you live from a different location every week, and we're in a very special location. We've been on the road like 51 out of 52 weeks of the year.
I feel like we're on the road rules. Just traveling in a van.
And this is a real world challenge right here.
Oh, no.
Uh-oh. But we are home, and home to us is Norfolk, Virginia, in the lovely South. Well, I like to say not the deep South, the mid-South, the mid-Atlantic region. And we are just chilling out in a park.
Just feeding the geese and trying to talk to passersby about sex.
But nobody wants to bite. But that's okay. We're going to talk to our listeners. So we're live. We're coming to you live. Give us a call, and we'll put you on the air. Or send your topics or questions to therealsexperts@gmail.com. Or write to us at snail mail. I won't give out my home address again because things went south real quick when I gave out my address.
Yeah, and I don't want to have to help you move again.
No. Let's get to our topic of the day, and this is actually, I got to read a letter. It's written to us by actually a sensei. Karate Garate writes, "Good morning. I am Karate Garate. I own my own sensei dojo, karate dojo in Charlotte, North Carolina. And I've recently come into hold of some amyl nitrates. Amyl nitrites, I'm pronouncing that correctly. And I'm wondering what time of day is best for it. So thank you, Karate Garate, for that question. That brings us to our topic of the day, which is Snap, Crackle, Poppers, relaxing your butthole in the morning. And that's kind of the answer to your question, but we're going to elongate and elucidate some popper questions, which are amyl nitrites, surprise. But fuck it. Let's get to our guest, because he's sitting next to us on this bench right here. Hi there. Welcome, sir.
Hey.
Hey, why don't you introduce yourself to our audience out there?
Yeah, I'm Colt Steel. Your audience might know me from my hit records of the 90s and early 2000s country. Maybe crossover country, pop country, soul country, old country, new country.
I really liked your buffet, the old country buffet. Colt Steel. What do you give me that face for, Delilah?
Good one.
Yeah, that was unrelated to my records. I've accumulated many Grammys over the years.
I know. I love all of them, and they're all related to guns and what?
Well, he's won the best crossover group several years running for various crossovers.
Yeah. Talk to us about your most famous crossovers. Anything that we would recognize?
My most famous crossover was a little country record I like to call Here I Am with This Guy. And it was me and Wiz Khalifa.
And for all you people of Delilah's age, Wiz Khalifa is a famous rap artist, correct?
Correct. Made even more famous by our crossover album.
Yeah. How about, let's dish. I feel like we've already connected pretty deeply so far sitting on this bench. Which of the crossovers would you never ever do again?
Oh.
Unless Satan put a gun to your head.
Oh. There was the one I did when I was in the very beginning of my career.
Yeah.
This was 1984. I did a crossover with L. Ron Hubbard of Scientology fame.
Yeah, Dianetics. Love that book.
Dianetics. Ooh, I wish I had stayed away from that crossover.
One good thing came out of it, which was the parody of the Beach Boys, the Do Run Run, the L Ron Run.
Yep, that was a catchy tune. Oh, yeah. We didn't win a Grammy for that one.
Or was it the Bee Gees? One of them they had two.
The Bee Gees.
Who did Do Run Run?
I don't know. It sounds like the Beach Boys.
But L Ron Run, that's a great song.
How'd you get hooked up with L. Ron Hubbard?
I was close friends with, a couple of people in Scientology at the time.
Are you a Scientologist yourself?
I am not. I've dabbled, but I've decided to keep my thetans in my body.
Once again, I feel this. I don't know why. I feel this almost religious, like heartstring connection to you. What do you believe happens when we die?
I believe all the crossovers you've done in your life are played on repeat throughout eternity.
Wow.
So you do believe in hell?
Well, it depends on which crossover gets played,
Well, that's almost kind of saddening to me, because if your theory applies to my life, I don't have any crossovers.
I had a crossover with Macklemore.
You did?
I did. That would be, if that got repeated over and over again, that would be heaven.
That would be heaven.
My favorite Macklemore crossover was, I loved yours, but my favorite was when he teamed up with Faith No More. It was Macklemore No More.
God damn it. Fuck me.
Yeah.
This is bad. I really just want to shove this bench up your asshole right now, Delilah. I don't know why.
Does that bring us back to whatever topic?
That does. Thank you, Colt Steel.
Yeah.
I'm pronouncing that correctly, right? Colt Steel. Yeah. Our topic today is Snap, Crackle, Poppers. Relaxing your butthole in the morning. Well, actually, I have a couple poppers. If we get bored, we can
one thing about crossovers, though.
Yeah.
Speaking of pop music's always changing. What's popular today is not necessarily what's popular tomorrow.
That's correct.
Who's a rising star that you'd like to cross over with that you got your eye on?
There's a young artist out of Florida, 3-year-old baby called Addison Plain.
Addison Plain?
Addison Plain.
As in like Plain Jane, or like boom, Max
Addison
37.
Airplane, like 737B's getting grounded plane. And if Addison and I could do a record, I think I could get back up to the top.
What's Addison's shtick?
Mainly jazz scat.
Oh, wow. That's awesome.
You should hear him. He just 3 years old.
Well, don't give away too much, because actually I have a little surprise for you. One of the reasons why we brought you on, I've been listening to a lot of. I'm not usually a podcast guy. That's usually Delilah. I've been listening to you. You've done your rounds on the podcast. You've been on Mark Maron. You've been on what else?
Pete Holmes.
This American Life.
This American Life.
Serial.
And you brought up Addison Plain a lot. So actually, I have her on speed dial, and we're gonna dial her up, and you guys are just gonna go at it. You ready?
All right. Let's hear this 3-year-old baby.
Oh, this is our first crossover.
Yeah.
Hello?
Hi, is this Addison?
No, this is her daddy.
Oh, hello, Mr. Plain. Can we talk to your daughter? We want to cross over with her.
Sure. Hey, hang on.
Okay. Wow, that was easy. He's not a very good parent. Like, he doesn't know me from Adam. Is this little Addison? Hey, little Addison. Hey, do you know me? I'm Dr. John. I'm a sexpert. Do you know what a sexpert is? Oh, you have a beautiful voice, little Addison. Hey, I got Colt Steel here. You want to cross over with them?
What a dip-a-doo-doo, wow, what-a-da-doo.
Go for it, Addison. Just scat with him, Addison.
La-ba-da-doo, da-da-da-doo, da-da, mama, da-da-da-da-da, mama, hello. What up, pop?
So, since this is happening on our podcast, do we own the rights to this?
I think so. I think we're music producers now officially, which is one of my dreams. Okay, Addison, can you put your daddy back on?
Hello.
Hey, Mr. Plain, we just did some scat. I'm Dr. John, by the way, I'm a sexpert. We just scatted with your child. Do you give permission and rights to the sexperts to like publish it with Colt Steel?
Yes, I give permission to all people that call to ask.
All right, thanks.
To speak with my
Click.
3-year-old daughter.
He's like the Joe Jackson of the 2000s.
All right, I think that deserves a round of applause. You're not going to clap, Delilah.
You can see why.
Yeah.
I wanted to sign her to my record.
Absolutely. Well, now you have you scatted with the best, and she was lovely.
I don't mean to.
Yeah.
I don't mean to like second guess things here,
Yeah.
but is there a chance she was just baby talking?
No. When you've been in the business for as long as I do, when
Yeah.
you come across a talent like Addison Plain from southern Florida,
Yeah.
from the marshland of southern Florida, you know raw talent when you see it, when you hear it,
Yeah.
when you feel it in your bones. My thetans started dancing when I heard Addison Plain.
And I could actually hear, I mean, she's only 3, but I could hear a lot of like torment, a lot of like misery in her life already at 3. Like she must have lived a hard life so far.
Well, I said she's from Florida. Born and raised in Florida.
Now talk to us about your hard life growing up, because I read a little bit about this too.
Yeah. I grew up in the desert plains of Arizona. I was born of a half cactus, half wolf mother and a full dead stump father. Lightning struck these inanimate objects, and that's how life was brought forth on the plain.
It sounds like the intro to like a Marvel superhero movie.
I was raised by the pack of wolves that were loosely related to my half cactus, half mother,
It's good that you had some connection,
half
some
wolf
family.
mother.
Yeah.
That's right. Yeah, my uncles took me in.
What kind of lessons did you learn out there in the deserts?
Mainly how to pick a carcass clean with my teeth and tongue. At night we would howl at the moon, and that was the beginning of my musical career.
Did you ever howl with another species? Could that have been your first crossover?
Oh, Delilah, you are spot on. I guess that is a repeating pattern in my life. There were owls that would howl with us. There were one night I howled with a goat who was wandering free from his pen.
Wow. I'm a webmaster for a WNBA team, so I've seen some shit.
What do you mean?
Huh?
What do you mean?
I've seen some shit.
Yeah, but
I've never
explain.
seen anything like that.
What have you seen?
I've seen server crashes, unknown errors, and pissed off lady basketball players.
You ever seen an unknown error?
I think I wouldn't know it. It'd be unknown.
Yeah, I don't get computers. I don't get that, Delilah. I'm sorry. You know what I do get? Poppers. Snap, crackle, poppers is our topic of the day. And we need to talk about how to get your butthole relaxed in the morning, because actually the sphincter muscles are at their most relaxed, kind of the zenith of relaxation, between the hours of 3 a.m. and 9 a.m.
What time did you howl? Like, did you guys know to meet at the hill at a certain time, or
Yeah, how'd
did
that
you just
work?
feel it in your coyote souls?
A little bit of both. So when the moon is at its zenith in the night, which doesn't necessarily correlate to midnight. That's a common misconception.
Oh,
Yeah, no, that's
When the moon
bullshit.
is at its zenith
I'm gonna need to update the website.
in the middle of the night, and it's a clear night, it can't be too cloudy, we would climb to the nearest hill or cliff or overlook, and we would just sing out in the night with our naked bodies.
Oh.
And I think that's when the Thetans inhabited.
Would you stress out about being late? Like, you'd be like to your friend, you'd be like, "Oh shit, it's almost the zenith. We better get going."
No, but I tell you what, when it freaked me out in the 80s when I started living with my human family.
Yeah.
And they bought a television made by Zenith.
Oh.
I did not know.
Every time the TV turned on, you were howling.
Exactly right. I would strip down to my naked bits, which is a quarter cactus.
Your mean older brother's like, "You want to see my little brother's dick? Just pop on the TV."
That's right. Looking back, it was weird.
I heard your dick has spikes. Is that true? Like a cactus?
It does. It does. I'm ashamed of it.
It's a crossover dick
Everything
from a crossover guy.
Delilah, you are pointing out patterns in my life that I have not recognized up till this
Isn't this
point.
great? Everything
in my life has been a combination of two oddly unrelated things. And
Yeah.
I feel like I don't know. Now I'm to the point where I don't feel like I have free will. Like maybe this is all predetermined and I'm living out some track that...
Wait, no. Huh? You, my friend, are a combination of predeterminism and free will.
Whoa.
It's a crossover.
But even that itself points to predetermination.
Wow.
That itself fits into the pattern.
Wow. I'm not sure if we're in the sexperts or the Jean-Paul Sartre spurts.
Sartre spurts.
Which I just called him Jean-Paul Sartre.
I've sharded in
I've read
spurts
that.
before.
I read that shit before, but more like John Paul Shart. Shart my pants.
Well, you know, the whole nakedness thing makes a whole lot of sense with your outfit here. You're shirtless. I thought you were going for Iggy Pop, but you're more going for your own background, which is cool. Real quick, I want to give you...
Speaking of Iggy Pop.
What? Oh. God, I walked right into that one. Snap, Crackle, Poppers is our topic of the day. But before I forget, I just want to... I want to do a quick little segment.
Segment of his imagination. That's a segment, girl.
Usually I like to pit our guest against Delilah and shows his kind of ineffectuality. But today, I actually want to pit you against yourself, Colt Steel. Colt Steel?
Colt Steel.
Okay. So I'm going to give you something. Delilah's going to give you something.
All right.
And you're going to cross them over. And you're going to tell us what that looks like or what that is.
God,
Here we
this is
go.
all fitting into a pattern.
You want to go first, Delilah?
You have to tell me the rule again. I thought I wasn't in this one.
No, I'm pitting him against himself.
Doing what? For the listeners that were asking.
You were too busy singing Steel Cold. All right. You give him something, a concept, a word. I give him something, concept, word, person.
You put them together.
Crosses him over.
Got
Ready?
you.
You want to go first? You want me to go first?
I will go first.
Go for it.
A swing set.
And bacon. We'll put 30 seconds on the clock.
Oh, a swing set and bacon, and I'm supposed to
Cross them
combine
over.
those.
Yeah,
and
cross them over. You're a crossover king.
somehow. Well, what I would do with bacon is grease up. I would grease up the swing with the bacon, like the base where you sit, and I would get on the swing myself, naked as a jaybird, and when the moon is in its zenith, I would swing on that swing, and I would try to jump off at the swing zenith, so it could be zenith on zenith.
And the bacon really facilitates that.
I
That
would
is-
land on a zenith television. Zenith, zenith, zenith,
Okay.
with my penis.
Your cacti peanut. Okay. I'll start, and then Delilah will give some. Good job, by the way. You get a point. Let's actually throw out Margaret Thatcher, famous, British Prime Minister. Go ahead.
And a mongoose.
And a mongoose. Margaret Thatcher and a mongoose. We'll put 30 seconds on the clock.
Well, Margaret Thatcher makes me think of the Iron Lady, because I remember that was her nickname when she was Prime Minister.
That's right. You got it.
So, and then a mongoose. What I would do is I would make iron sheet metal or some kind of iron, armor to put around the mongoose. And when the moon was at its zenith, I would hold the mongoose up. And I would show it to all the other mongoose. And I would hold him up at the height of my arms, the zenith of my reach. And he would be the zenith of their culture. Zenith, zenith, zenith.
That is correct. And that was within the 30 seconds. So, man, you are the crossover king, but we'll give you one more. Delilah, hit it.
I will go with a turnip.
And I will go with classic TV show Growing Pains.
Oh, well, you kind of hit a sore spot there.
Oh, no.
Oh, yeah.
Is it boner?
No, my uncle was a turnip. And
Oh.
He died in the turnip wars
Oh.
of early 1962.
Delilah, don't upset the guests anymore.
I'm sorry, I got distracted. So turnip, and what was the other object?
Growing Pains. Either the TV show or just the whole thing in general, concept-wise. You pick.
Oh, God. Well, it kind of makes me think about Robin Thicke.
Yep.
And how, I guess Rob Thicke was Mr. Thicke's son, right? And
I think that's
what
how it
was
works.
the older Thicke?
Alan Thicke. And then older than that, his father's
And
name
you
was
can almost
Brian.
say Growing Pains was the zenith of Alan Thicke's career.
It was. Alan Thicke's dad's name was Brian, by the way, if you need that. Brian Thicke, if you want to go back a generation. I have this weird thing. I can go back generations and Thicks. Anyways, keep going.
So Brian Thicke gave birth to Alan Thicke.
Yep.
Birthed him.
Oh.
And then Alan Thicke birthed Rob Thicke.
Yeah.
So they're, I don't know. I'm blanking on
Oh,
this guy.
no. Oh, my God. Okay.
I guess the last crossover
Yeah.
was the zenith of my crossover.
Oh, no. Don't get in your head. This. I'm sure you have plenty more crossovers ahead of you.
Yeah, the crossover.
Oh.
The crossover was actually the fact that Alan Thicke, most people don't know this, negotiated the treaty that ended the War of the Turnips.
The Turnip War?
Yeah.
Oh.
Well, speaking of Robin Thicke, I do want to get to Snap, Crackle, Popper, but These geese won't get away from me. What's going on? Oh God, they're starting to flock towards me. Get them away from me, Delilah.
They're like
Get them away.
They're like a street gang.
Oh God. They're flying all over me. Okay, I'm sorry, Colt Steel. We're gonna have to go. Thank you, Addison Plain, for the skeetin'. Thank you. Any last words, Colt Steel?
I'd just like to say your life is not predetermined, and don't get caught in this crossover paradox that I am. This hell of my life, repeating patterns. I'm on the downfall of my zenith at this point.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that's it for the Sexperts. These geese. I am your host, Dr. John T. Alanese, SCPM.
And I'm Delilah Hayder. And if you're into crossovers, come to an LA Sparks game. We got a kick-ass point guard.
See you sex time.
Da to do it simply true. We're the Sexperts.
That's our show. If you like what you heard and you think it was worth $1, join the official Sexperts fan club at patreon.com/Sexperts podcast. A special thanks to the Push Comedy Theater and all of our supporters. Bye-bye.